Think I know what's here.
Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight tonight. Fucked and drank all night,
Got the drone.
acted all alright, had no need to fight.
I'm so excited. So while I'm trying to figure out how to get this damn drone out of the box, let me give you a little background information. This here was in China about 12 hours ago. And the date today is October 25th. You see, DJI promised us a release date of October 15th, which was 10 days ago. And unfortunately, they did not deliver. So, lucky for me, I was one of the first people to actually get a package in the United States of a consumer version of the DJI Mavic Pro. Let's check it out. The box that the drone comes in, it's really tiny. For comparison, here is an album, and it's about a third of the size of an album. Spinning this around, you can see there's a cute little lever system here to unbox this thing. So I'm gonna place this down and open up the top, and let's see what we got. Oh, wow. That's a pretty looking drone. Like I mentioned before, DJI has been plagued with shipping issues, production issues, and all of the like when it comes to the release of this drone. The first shipment of manufactured units came to the US today, and lucky for me, I got it right here. So let's bust it open. First, we have the drone itself. Oh, check this thing out. Oh, this here is the actual drone. It's really tiny and feels really solid. You can see the bottom two propellers are attached. It looks like we need to find the top two propellers, and they're probably somewhere else in the box. Let's check it out. I'm gonna move the box over a little bit to show the rest. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. Next we have the controller. This thing looks pretty sweet. There's a little padding back here. From what I understand, this is meant to fit any real mass-produced smartphone in the world, up to 5.5 inches like the iPhone 7 Plus, or down to 4.7 inches like the iPhone 7. I actually have my iPhone 7 right here to test it out. Let's see how it works. So it looks like you just match up the lightning cable to the phone, snap it in, close these grips up a little bit, and that's it. Pull the antennas up. Oh man, these are cool. Check that out. This is a solid feeling controller. I'm used to the Phantom 3 and 4, and this feels much slimmer, but much more solid and much better in the hand. You can see there's two reprogrammable keys on the back. There is a 5-axis, or whatever this thing's called. It spins. 2 thumbsticks, power button, return to home, and a pause button. Very cool. Also on the top, you'll notice there's a record button right here, along with the tilt of the gimbal. And on the right side, there is a photo button, along with a manual exposure to control the exposure of the photos that you take with the drone. There is other things that you get with it. Looks like here we have some packaging with probably paperwork in there if I had to guess. Yeah, it looks like some sort of instruction manual. You and I both do. We never really read those. Inside here we've got, this looks like your charging brick. The charging brick now has 2 USB ports, which is very useful. You can actually charge the remote while charging the drone all at the same time through this brand new power brick. And it's really slim and very lightweight, which is nice for portability, considering that you're going to be bringing this drone pretty much everywhere with you. And lastly, it looks like we have some more cables. What are these? Oh, this looks like a micro USB cable in case you are using Android. This is USB-C, if I'm not mistaken, this cable. Not entirely sure on that one. This is a micro USB cable, and this looks like your power for the power brick. Now another thing I'm looking for is the propellers, and I think they're down under here. Yeah, so these look like replacement propellers. I know you're given 2 replacement propellers and also 2 propellers for the top that we were missing earlier in the video. Here are the other 2. Check for the box. Now we're going to slide it over and bring the drone back into view and kind of assemble this thing and see how quick it is. So here are the 2 top propellers. I've actually never put on these new propellers before, So I'm not entirely sure how they work. I assume you match that white ring, you can see a little white ring right here, to the white ring on the Mavic, and the black ring here to the black ring on the Mavic. So let's try that. I think it's really just simple as sticking them in and locking them into place just like that. Very easy. And yeah, we're good to go. So as far as assembly goes with the drone, really all you need to do is pull this wing up, pull this wing up, lift it up, flip this wing down, flip this wing down, and just like that, you're good to go. So another quick thing that you may notice that has been different from the videos that you've been watching is that this is a consumer version. This is not for reviewers. This is not a special edition that's given out early. This is for consumers. So this dome here is actually a little bit different. You might be used to seeing the clear plastic one. This one actually has kind of like a black, kind of like silicone feeling cover on it. And this of course is not to be used when flying the drone. This is strictly to protect the lens and to protect the gimbal from wear and tear when you're moving it around. There's also a secondary lock right in here that I assume slides right out, and now you are good to fly. Another thing to note on this drone is the Intelligent Flight Battery. Now, this is called the Intelligent Flight Battery for a reason. This will analyze all the metrics when you're flying, such as like wind, distance, speed, things of that nature, and tell you exactly how much longer you have to fly, the distance, the amount of time, and more importantly, it will get this thing back to home without losing battery. So you never have to worry about doing something stupid, flying too far, whatever, because this battery will save your ass. Pop it right in like that and you're good to go. So now we have the drone all set up and the controller all set up. Very quick, very easy. A few things to note very quickly about features of the new drone. This drone has tracking. You can see on the front there's two little tracking sensors. I'm not exactly sure the sensors that they're called, but they are meant for obstacle avoidance. If your drone is flying into a tree, like mine has many times before, it'll stop itself before it actually does hit the object. Now, the one problem with this is that there's only two obstacle avoidance sensors on the front. So if you are going laterally or backwards, it won't be able to detect that you're hitting something, and it will continue to fly right into the tree that it's going towards. Also, flip it over on the bottom. Here we have two sonar sensors, I believe these are called, and two cameras as well. These are meant for your altitude tracking. So let's say you want to fly up a mountain. It will follow, it'll maintain the same altitude from the ground on its way up without you having to do anything, which is very nice. Also, the two cameras on the bottom are meant for very specific landing. It'll actually take an image of where you took off from and match that image when you land to land within inches of where you took off. So I think it's time for a flight test. So I got this thing all booted up, ready to go, kind of. First of all, I need to install a firmware update. Also, not only did DJI give me the drone 10 days late, they gave me a dead battery. It's at 15%. So I gotta charge the battery, I gotta download the new firmware, but this looks great. Look how great this controller looks. I love the nice little heads-up display here that you can customize. Awesome. So yeah, I gotta download stuff, I gotta charge stuff, because DJI makes my life miserable, and we'll be back shortly. About an hour later, the drone is fully charged and ready to go. I'm gonna quickly set it up. Look how easy this is. This is ridiculous. Unfold it, and from what I've heard, you don't actually need to even unfold the propellers. It'll just do it itself. I love that sound. I've also connected the controller here, and it looks like you power it on the same way that you used to power it on.
Fucked and drank all night.
And if it's plugged into your phone, it should automatically connect right to the drone.
Had no
Vibrating,
need to
something's happening.
fight tonight.
And we're in.
Fucked and drank all night. Acted all alright. Had no need to fight tonight. Cast me far away. Play these little games.